Hello, my people. How you doing? Hope you're doing great. All right. So it's a great day in Finland today. We are officially in November, and as you know, November in Finland. Oh my God! You already know it's dark, it's gray, it's windy, it's cold. Like it's a whole lot. I think for me, I November is always surprising to me. It doesn't matter how long I've lived here. So I can only imagine if this is your first time in Finland and you're experiencing this. All right. So my little tip is I listen to music. The spring joints application is fast approaching, and I thought it wise to talk about like some of the key things you should note um, before the application opens. Okay. One thing you should note is that Finland has two major joint applications. There's one in spring and there's one in fall. Okay. I am saying two major joints because they are also rolling admissions, there are separate applications, there is additional intake, like so there's a whole lot. So it just depends on the university and the vocational school. So please make sure you keep an eye on your potential university so that you're able to know when applications are open. Okay. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to focus on the spring joint application. So the spring joint application for this year is in January. Mind you, if you're planning to apply for master's programs in universities, so for example, if you're planning to apply to University of Helsinki, um, Oulu University, Abo Academy, Tampere, um, University of Eastern Finland, all these different universities, please do well to check their website. It is very important because most of them, they have separate applications. So some are open this December and November, some in December. Okay, so even before January. So do well to check. All right. So do not just sit and say, oh, okay, there's joint application in January. I'm gonna wait till January. Maybe by the time, because I remember last year, University of Helsinki, the application period was open as early, I think first or second week of December. So please check these universities. So what you should know and some of the things you should consider before making this move. Please, if you're watching me, it means that you're already doing the work. You're getting information about Finland. And you're not just getting information about studying in Finland, you're getting information about the economic situation, the political situation in Finland as well. So please make sure you dig deep into this information before moving, especially if you plan to move with your family. It is important for you to note about the social, the healthcare system, and all the likes before making this decision, because this information will determine if you really want to move or you want to pause and look elsewhere. Now, prior to this year or last year, I just focused on, okay, you need to get your permit, your passport, you need to get your certificate, you need to apply this way. But since last year, I've been focusing more on the updates and current happenings in Finland, because I've watched students and I'm still talking with students that are really struggling. And they are not struggling because they knew, like before moving, they didn't know. So they moved here without doing like, proper research about the economic situation in Finland. So according to them, they were told that, okay, you can move here, you get a job, you'll be able to work, and through that job you'll be able to pay your fees and also take care of your day-to-day expenses. But that is a big fat lie when it comes to the Finland that we know today. It is difficult to get a job, a part-time job. It is difficult to get even a one that pays well. So for example, if you have a fees of 9,000 euros, and that is like the average, because there are some programs that you need to pay 12,000, 18,000 euros. How will you be able to make that amount of money per year as an international student? Remember, as an international student, you cannot work full-time while studying. So you're working part-time. That's if you even get the job after 2-3 months of moving to Finland. So For some students, it takes over a year for them to get a part-time job. For some, 6 months. For some, it's even more than that. Okay, so that's the current happening in Finland. And if you're moving with your family, it gets worse. All right, the government is already talking about some of these students that move with family members. Okay, so it's a whole big deal. Make sure you read through it. I have a couple of videos on some of the updates and current happenings in Finland that you can go through. And you can also check Yle News, YLE. They're on Facebook as well. So it's in English. So you can just look at the recent updates about Finland. Please do that. So that's the first thing you should do. The second thing you should do is now go to the university, your potential university. So, for example, if you want to study business, you can just go to study info. Study info. I will leave it here. You can see study info.fi. There you find different programs, different universities that are offering different programs. So you go through some of these programs and then you make your choice. So you don't make your choice when the application period opens. This is when you make the choice, okay? You look at potential programs and universities and focus on the fees. If you know Tabby is all about the fees, okay? It's about the money, because I know where most of my subscribers are coming from, and I know the situation. Look at the fees. When you look at the fees of that program, you ask yourself, look at your financial situation. Am I able to afford this? Then, if you're able, you proceed. Please, one of the biggest mistakes you can ever make is for you to go borrow money. So don't go borrow money and you pay your fees, knowing fully whether when you move here, you'll be able to pay that loan within a year. Is it possible? It is not possible. Because remember, you have fees to pay the following year. So are you going to be saving for that? Are you going to or you'll be going to pay the loan, like pay back the loan, or you're going to be using the money you're getting from the part-time job to take care of your day-to-day expenses. So it's complicated. So if your financial situation is good, yes, you can proceed. But if you're thinking, oh, I will tell my parents to borrow money, not take that risk of saying you're going to borrow money and you sort out your things, and then when you move to Finland, you're going to pay the money back in a year. The truth is, it's the economic situation in Finland is crazy. Unemployment is going high, and a whole lot of things are happening. So please look at your financial situation. The second thing is for you to look at the deadlines, like when is the application period open, when is it when is it gonna close, and also take note of the requirements. What are some of the things you need? Do you need the international English language test? Then obviously you're supposed to be taking it now. You're supposed to be registering and writing the international English language test now. All right. Do I need which documents do I need? So just go through to know the different documents that you need. The next thing is for you to make the decision. If you're moving with your family, maybe your spouse and your children, do you want to put in the application, like when you already have your residence, your admission, are you going to put in the application for the residence permit at once, or you want to move here first before putting in the application? So those are decisions you have to make, because if you're putting in the application for residence permit at the same time, the money that you need for your banks, like proof of funds, it will be high. Okay, so can you provide that as well? The next thing is for you to open a bank account, a current bank account that's like money is entering and also leaving, because you need to have money there to show as your means of support when you're applying for your residence permit. The next thing, start checking your admissions office, sending them messages, emails, sorry, to ask them about any doubt. So if you have any doubt about that program, if you have any doubt about that university, send emails to them. They will reply you. This is the time to ask, oh, I had maybe this degree and I'm looking forward to applying for a master's program, and you can attach your certificate, or like for them to check, is this something that I can go with, or what do I need? They will reply you. It is very important. Okay. So money It's the most important thing. Do you have the money to venture into moving to Finland? Getting the information that you need, the recent updates about Finland is very important. Checking the requirements that you need for residence permit is also important. Checking how you should go about the application. That's the applying for through study info. It is very important. One more thing you have to notice that in Finland, you pay 100 euros application fee. So when you're applying, you need to pay 100 euros. So is that something you're good with, that you can like? That's something that you can do. Is it doable for you, or you don't have the 100 euros to pay for application fee? That's something you can also note. Now, if you're planning to apply to multiple programs, because in the joint application, you can apply to up to 6 programs. So one thing you should do is start searching those programs and keeping them. Okay, go through them. Oh, this one is good for me. You keep it, so that by the time the application period opens, you already know the programs you'll be applying to, and you just go and search them in the search bar and you get it. But if you wait till January and you start searching when you're filling the form, that is tricky. Okay, it is very tricky. So please, if you don't have an international passport, that's also something. Make sure you have your international passport before the application period opens. All right, so I hope this video was helpful to you. Give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel, and see you when next you see me. Leave your questions in the comment section and I will do well to reply them. Okay, so this is just part one. This is just an introduction of the series that I'm gonna be bringing to you about studying in Finland as the joint application approaches. Okay, as we approach a joint application period, all right, in January. So thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and see you when next you see me. Weather. I'm not sure. No, there will be no sun today. This is it's 11:30 in the morning. 11:30. That's University of Helsinki, Vicky. Ah, my God. Yeah, even someone coming from like maybe Europe, even like you're visiting Finland when you're in Europe, or when you're even Canada, say US, it's better. But if someone is coming, let's say from Africa, like it's a whole thing. Like they shock.
I'm sure the only people shocked would be from Australia.
Yeah.
Canada probably might be the same.
Yeah, Australia too. People will be really shocked here, like
In parts of Canada, like
because
Canada
it's
is
really
might even be the same.
yeah. The darkness is on another level. Like you're going to work at even as late as 9. You're going to like it's dark, and then when you're let's say you close at 3:30, it's dark already. Some days even it's just like I think like today. It looks like it's one of those days. But this is a Finnish weather, like typical Finnish weather.